Gentleman from the 13th District, Representative Manweller.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I will be the last speaker on our side of the aisle. I rise in opposition to this bill, and I don't think that really surprises anybody. And you've seen uniform opposition on this side of the aisle from almost every member. And you know what? I don't think that surprises anybody either. But I do have one person who is absolutely opposed to the idea of this bill that I think may surprise a lot of our friends. And that person is President Barack Obama. Now, how do I know that President Barack Obama thinks that this is a bad idea? Because this bill, 1473, is identical to the language that was originally in the first draft of his signature legislation, the Affordable Care Act. And when there was uniform opposition to this provision, President Obama came out and said, "I'm sorry, we made a mistake."
Point of order.
Representative, you are able to vigorously defend your position. Representative, your point is not well taken. Please continue, Representative.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So the President of the United States, and the reason this is on point is because it's almost the exact same language. He said, "We made a mistake, take it out." And if I may quote, Mr. Speaker, or read from his press secretary's press briefing.
Well, you are going a little far afield.
I just didn't want to speak for him without using his actual words. That's the only reason.
Please continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Jay Carney, President Obama's press secretary, said of the exact same language in 1473, "Mr. Obama is open to changing the law. We are pleased that Congress has acted to correct a flaw that placed an unnecessary bookkeeping burden on our small businesses. President Obama is eager to see it gone." Isn't that interesting? Okay. When it came before the Senate, it was pulled out, 87-14. There are not 87 Republican senators. I wish there were, but there aren't. That means a lot of senators from very blue states looked at this and said, "My president has asked me to take this expensive, burdensome, onerous, job-killing piece of legislation out of the bill." And they agreed. And they said, "We will do that." So, Mr. Speaker, the question is, why is what's bad for America good for Washington? Why what was going to kill jobs in America is not going to kill jobs in Washington? Why is it that what's expensive to small business owners in America is not expensive to small business owners in Washington? President Obama and I don't agree a whole lot, Mr. Speaker, but this is one where we do. He asked us to take this out of the bill. I ask you to take this out of the bill. Vote no on House Bill 1473.